So I'm nuts about pickleball. I watch pickleball all the time, and all the pros are doing podcasts. So I think Simi needs a podcast. So we're going to talk about pickleball.
But you're not a pro.
No way. Are you a pro?
I'm a 4-0 no matter what he says.
I'm a 4-0.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Who got you your first gold in the 4-0?
I have no recollection. I'm too old. All right. So what do you want to talk about?
Okay, this is Todd's idea to do this, so I'm letting him run the show. A few years back, you guys, if you remember, during COVID, we did a bunch of silly videos because none of us could do anything, and so I kind of ran that show. But because I don't watch pickleball, I love pickleball, but I don't watch pickleball. And because I have some back issues right now, so I can't play pickleball, which I'm really bummed about, although Todd can still play. But he's trying, I think, to kind of keep me busy and involved in pickleball in some way.
No, it's got nothing to do with it.
Oh, okay. I thought he was being nice and trying to keep me involved. Maybe not. But so we're trying this out.
So, basically we're going to gossip. And I looked up gossip, and it says it's really a way to make a group feel like they know each other, to bond. There are some negative effects too, which we got to watch out for. So I'm sure you and I will keep each other straight. And if we say something negative, is to balance it, right? We want a little balance. So my first idea was to talk a little bit about the history of the Simi. Flo and I met playing pickleball 9 years ago at Lemon Park, which was the only courts around. We've played many tournaments together, and then we didn't. And then we played one last year, a few months ago.
We played
again.
2.
Oh, okay. We played 2.
A gold and a bronze.
Yeah. So, now we play at Duck Park, and, the facility's great. The city has finally, after years of prodding, made it into a really nice place to play. What do you want to talk about? Anything in particular? Or should I just go on what I've got here?
You're in charge.
Okay. One thing that we see a lot is hitting to the weaker player. And I play with a group that suits my schedule, which is in the mornings because I'm retired. And I happen to be a little bit on the high side of the group. What was that?
Nothing.
And so sometimes I don't get hit the ball. And what I want to recommend to people is if you're hitting only to one player because you want to win so bad, pretty soon the better player is not going to want to play with you. So what I look for is keeping the score even. If you're killing the team and hitting to the weaker player and you're up by 5 or 6 points, start hitting the other player. Keep the game even. That's what I look for. Thoughts?
Well, we're talking specifically to Simi Valley Pickleball, right, guys? So maybe you guys know who you are. And it really makes it hard for me when you guys are playing against Todd and I, not because I don't mind getting all the shots, but because Todd gets upset. And then when he gets upset, then I get upset.
Let's stop that.
Why?
Because it's annoying.
This is not a professional podcast.
It's annoying. I'm in the control.
Okay. So I'll call you back. So,
but it happens with more than just you and I.
I understand that.
Yeah.
But with me, you tend to show your emotions more and you tend to pout more.
I'm a pouter.
And I see it and I feel it and it makes it very awkward. So when we play, you guys and see me, please start hitting Todd some more. However, I will say one of my good friends, Kathy, told me that I'm just about as good as Todd, and she doesn't try to hit it all to me. So he'll never admit that.
You know, we're supposed to really be talking about other people, not about us.
Oh, okay.
So like,
excuse me, did you just bring up the whole thing about you not getting?
No, that wasn't about me. That was,
Okay.
so like yesterday, same thing. She was playing with a group of girls who were a little bit lower than her, and she didn't get the ball. And now she said out loud, I'm probably not going to play with them again, which is too bad because it's good for the lower players to learn.
Does she know you're going to say this on?
No.
Well, you might want to have asked her permission, because I'm sure those girls who she played with yesterday are going to know who they are if they watch this.
Well, she didn't play yesterday.
Oh, okay.
She was talking to me yesterday.
Okay, got it.
So I don't know who the girls were.
Okay.
I don't think she mentioned anything to them. I don't know. So that's
okay. So that's happened to me too. So, sometimes I'll play with a stronger player and get most of the shots, and then I'll play with a weaker player and not get most of the shots. So it is frustrating. It's frustrating. I get it in tournaments. I never, when I first started playing tournaments, I didn't even understand that concept. But in Park and Rec, although, there are some people that play Park and Rec and they don't play tournaments. So this is kind of like their tournament play for them, and they want to win at all costs. So they'll do that. And, again, I have to respect each person's vision of what their pickleball life is like. But for our Simi peeps, because Todd was talking about himself, please start playing him too.
Okay. The other thing that happens, and sometimes with me, is people will hit to the stronger player because they do want to get better. And then the weaker player doesn't get any balls. So again, if you try to keep the score more even, that should work itself out. And the final option is play the court. Return to serve up the middle, dink cross court mostly, just standard play. And third shot drive up the middle, third shot drop to the backhand. That's kind of standard. Just do that. Hopefully that'll help too. Here I am full of advice. Hopefully the mistakes I make, you guys can make your own podcasts and tell me what a jerk I am.
Todd even bought a t-shirt. He hasn't worn it yet. And it says, if you want to be a better player, and you turn it around, it says, hit to me, hit to him.
Yeah, I never wore it because it wasn't really appropriate. It's like I'd have to put it on halfway through a game. And I'm not going to do that. Another subject is court etiquette. It kind of deals with hitting to the weaker player too. But, a lot of times rotation on courts can be a problem. And, Vent 2 has the best rotation, partly because of the layout of the courts. And we're not all lucky enough to have a corridor running down the middle of the courts. But I've heard of problems at Vent 2 too. So I think there's starting to be cliques there that will call the wrong score and keep playing.
And that really sucks. I really think that sucks.
Yeah,
I do not like that at all.
You don't want to get caught doing that because we're going to call you out.
And I don't know, fortunately, unfortunately, for whatever reason, probably we all know the reason. Oftentimes my pickleball friends will call on me when things go wrong at the courts. They call me the pickleball police.
Because she's so good at negotiation.
Sometimes.
She is.
But,
it's a gift.
But I'll tell you, I think that's probably one of the worst offenses I have heard your score and then you go back down to 1-0. So please don't do that. It's not nice.
Yeah, because you don't want her talking to you on the court. You don't want that. And make sure that we're running.